Good morning, Boobie Goaters. It's me, Erin, and welcome to another morning coffee with Boobie. I hope this is streaming and working. I don't know if it is or not. I think it is. I think it is. Oh my gosh, it works. It works. So this is awesome. Good morning, everybody. So I actually have a question or a poll in the chat, and I keep forgetting to end the polls at the end of my streams so we could be like, so this percentage of people don't do this or that percentage of people do that, you know. I keep forgetting to do that. So remind me at the end to be like, hey, check the poll. Check the poll. So I'm also using the Chromebook. I just couldn't find the charger for it, so if it dies, we're gonna have to wing it. So, good morning, Thomas. I think you're the first. You popped in. You beat Granny Boo by 4 minutes. Good morning, Granny Boo. It is a glorious day. It really is. Every day is just wonderful. Even if the world is falling down on you, if you are like almost in ketosis like all the time or just eating a lot of meat and fat is the big deal, man. That's the deal. That you feel really good. All right, everybody in the chat, thank Josephine for the thumbnail. She painted that beautiful picture, and I love that you used a black goat. My favorite goat was this little black goat. She's such a sweetie. And you know, her name is like missing. But the goat that I use in my my little thumbnail thing or just for my show, that's Christmas Goat. That was her name. She was supposed to be Teeth Grinder. And we were going to get a Teeth Chewer, but we never ended up getting another goat to name Teeth Chewer. And so I was offered a free baby goat, and it was a bottle baby, and her name was Daisy. And we went and picked her up after I went to Ohio one time just to pick up, you know, free goats. Why not? Bring them to your farm. And she was just a sweetie poo. She was a delight. She was just like, goats are like dogs. You just have to make sure they stay in the fence. And they're just sweet as can be. And she was adorable and nice. She was a good mama. I miss her. Yes. Good morning, Lori. Oh, yeah, she's so talented. I'm so glad that when she sent the photo, she was like, I don't know if this is going to work or not. And I'm glad it did. I can't send like just plain photos. I have to hook them to my Google Drive to send them to people because I use so much storage. So I have to like cut down on the storage. And Josephine says, thank you for the inspiration, Erin. Well, you're mighty welcome. That did come out of my brain. I was just like, I need a goat pouring coffee to a booby bird. Let's do this. And the booby bird has to be reading the newspaper. And I think that's awesome. And I really like the photo. It's really good. And I may use it all the time now because it's just really, really good. All right. So we've got, hey, it worked. Awesome. Because we're on live now. Yeah. Oh, so like in the poll, the question, I think it's I'm pretty sure I wrote, do you put baking grease in your coffee? And if you haven't tried it, don't knock it until you try it. So what I did this morning was I did put the dollop of baking grease in my coffee cup, but I also added a little bit of cream, not a lot, just a little bit, because I burnt my tongue when I tried to drink it right away. And I was like, oh, that's too hot. I got to add something to cool it down. So I added a little cream. So this is kind of like, I drank kind of like what Papa Carnivore makes. And he used to put MTC oil in it, but instead he uses bacon grease now because vegetables are trying to kill us. And I think coconut's just a fruit, but still. So I think it's really neat that it wakes you up. It really does. It really wakes your brain up. I get it. I get why he does that now with just the little bit of extra fat in it. So it was like basically a fat bomb. And now I'm just drinking the black coffee because I can't do that twice. I would be scared. So Lori said she tried it and she gagged. It's different, but I think I like it because it's a little salty. My problem is the bacon grease that I'm using right now. I kind of burnt some of the bacon, but I still saved the grease. Usually I pour it over the dog food if I burn the bacon grease, but I didn't. So now mine's got like a smoky flavor to it. It's not bad. I kind of like it. I also, I used to put butter in it. And I did salt yesterday. I put some of those keto drops in my coffee. But it's like, it's okay, I didn't really, honestly, yesterday when I put the keto drops in my coffee, I couldn't taste the salt. And then later in that day, I kind of felt a little weird. And I was like, I gotta take one of those keto pills. So it's just electrolytes in pill form, and you just pop them. And that's what I did, and I felt way better after that. I think what happened to me is that I depleted all my salt stores, or potassium and magnesium, whatever they put in those wonderful, wonderful electrolyte pills. And I've been living off of that for like 6 months. Like, I haven't really added electrolytes unless I'm doing something silly, like a very long sardine fast, Jackie, good morning. Good morning, Bill. Let's see. Jackie says, hello, everyone. I can't stick around, but I'm letting this play in the background. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. And you got your 8-day follow-up. Okay, yeah. I hope you're doing well and everything's healing nicely. All right. Yeah, you switch it up, Bill. I get you. I haven't had butter in my coffee in a while. And the other day when you were like, have you had your bacon in your coffee? I was like, nope. It's been a minute. Like, I have to remember to add it. Just like I have to remember to take my salt pills. Which, I get it though, because a lot of our beef that we get the grass is depleted of a lot of nutrients. So that's why we sometimes have to take electrolytes. Other times you don't need them unless you deplete them and then you almost faint. That can happen. Okay. I missed a lot of the chat. All right. I'm going really fast and slow, but I think I said hi to everybody so far. That's right. Yeah. And if you didn't know, Jackie had some major surgery, so I'm sure she's great. You put the Element chocolate caramel half pack with your heavy whipping cream. You can drink it? Well, there you go. There you go. They sent me like a free mint, and they sent me, there's like 3 chocolate packets that they sent me of Element for free because they wanted my business, but I never really went back to them because there's a lot of controversy there. But my kids like it, and they use it for like a hot cocoa. I tried one with hot water in the cocoa, and I was like, it's kind of too sweet for me, actually. Bill says I try to stay with grease versus butter versus, it's a dollar stick, and grease gets thrown away unless you use it. That's true. Well, I have like a lot of that bacon jars or pickle jars and old sauce jars, and I've got them filled with bacon grease. I'm like, should I store these in the fridge? I'm sure it's okay. They kind of like melt and re-solidify. Yeah, butter. Well, I forget to put the butter in. That's my big problem. And then when I went to Costco near me, the 5-pack of butter was like $10, and I was like, ooh, it went down like $4. This is great. I bought one. I should have bought 2, but I'll go back. Oh, good morning, Sandy. I forgot to ask you. Did you like your haircut? Did you just trim it up, or did you do something totally crazy like shave your head? You like it all in your coffee. Okay, I thought it was just heavy whipping cream. Awesome. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I will. I wondered about it because one of them is a little like curdly, but it's also melting at the same time because it's getting hot. It doesn't look bad. It turns into bacon grease. It doesn't smell. Smell at first. My nose doesn't really work, but I think I could pick up on that. I don't know, because we have well water, and I barely picked up. I picked up on it today. I could smell a little bit of it, and I was like, oh, that's well water. Nice. Let me go down a little bit on the Chromebook so I could read more. Yeah, a dollar stick of butter. That's so crazy. Isn't that crazy about butter? Like how expensive it is. And then like if you don't get your cream, like I get my cream at Costco when I get it. And I've also noticed that the kids don't drink we get red cap milk, and it's just for little kids, but they don't really drink the milk anymore, and they just want the cream. And I'm like, wouldn't it be hilarious if I had to buy like a ton of cream cartons? But it's so expensive. Like I just want one that says heavy whipping cream, and I don't want additives in it, and all I can find around me are the ones with additives. And you have to like buy milk shares here. It's so weird. I can't just get, I wonder if I could just get pet milk to the cream line on the top. They're going to force me to do that. I'll have to make a friend with a goat farmer. But goat's milk doesn't separate with cream. Have to be like a high fat producing cow. Maybe like make a friend with a farmer with a dairy cow. Ooh, here we go. Jackie can't raise her arms to do her hair at the moment. Hopefully, ugh. The only major surgery I've ever had was the C-section, and that was crap. The only other, and the one before that would have been my varicose vein. The next day on that, I was in so much pain. I was so happy they gave me an extra one of those relaxer pills, because that was so helpful. I didn't realize how much it would hurt to get my veins zapped and let it like disappear, and your body kind of like absorbs it and then it goes away. It's kind of neat. I've never, like, there's a BJ's market thingy. It's like a club or whatever around. It's not, I'm going to say it's in, not Mount Juliet, but it's about 2 hours away. And we wanted to check it out, but we have to get a membership first. And I was like, I don't want to get a membership. I already pay for Costco. Which I use the crap out of that because I have an addiction to the seltzer water. Oh, you're getting certified as a carnivore coach? That's awesome, Bill. How do you do that? I don't know if I could coach. I hope I'm inspiring. I don't know how, but I figured that's one thing that I wanted to do was like go around and like tell inspirational stories, but first you gotta live to do it. This is awesome. You guys are all chatty. See, Jackie says, that's good, though they don't need milk. I get it from the dairy, and it's $8 a quart. Yeah. Well, sometimes there's a part of the year where my kids will go through milk so much that I've got to buy like 5 gallons a week. And I'm pretty sure it's when it gets really hot outside during the summer. I don't know why they chug milk in the summer. Like that was me. I would drink more ice water or just water in general. And they're just like, they go through it. It's kind of weird. But then through the rest of the year, we end up buying like 4 gallons a week. And it's just kind of, it's in there. I don't know what to do with it. I end up feeding it to the chickens and the ducks. Let's see. And Sandy goes, Bill, that's awesome. Because it is awesome. That's awesome to be certified. Let's see. Thomas says he likes goat cheese. I do, but I haven't had it in a while. And on Mother's Day, I had some with my burger patties. And the next day, I should have read the ingredients. I'm sure it was okay. But the next day, I felt a little off. And off, I mean like, I'm usually really chill. And I caught myself like, wait a minute, why am I feeling so weird today? And then I realized something different I had the day before was the goat cheese. There had to have been some kind of additive or something in it, and I didn't like that. I didn't like feeling off. I'm glad I could just like pinpoint what I had the day before that would make me feel off, instead of like, oh man, I don't even remember what I had. Sometimes I don't. Like, I totally blanked, and I kept it in yesterday as with the video today. I kept it in because I was like, wait a minute, did I eat breakfast? And I didn't really think it was breakfast because pork jowl is really, really fatty, and there's like this thin line of maybe skin and a little bit of meat on it. And I had some of that because I was like, I need more fat. My brain hasn't been functioning like it usually does on carnivore, and I know what it is. It's because I went to 1 meal a day, and it kind of messed up with my fat. And I was like, oh man. But I'm so glad that you could just like kind of pinpoint it yourself. You don't have to go to some specialist or anything. You just be like, up that fat. Fix yourself. So that's why I ate a bunch of fat yesterday. Am I having any repercussions from that? No, I feel great, actually. I feel normal. Thomas says he can't raise his hair. There you go. I did miss his comment. Let's see. Nia has a second channel. It's called Nia M. Nova. And Thomas had an interview that went out today. And that's cool. I keep telling Nia, I'm like, hey, you need to talk to me. But I think she ignores me. I'm pretty sure it's because of the channel name. She did say hi to me on Kilts today. And I don't know if she's going to be interviewed on Kilts this afternoon, or is it tomorrow afternoon? But I know Rick was interviewed today. Let's see. Lori says, I love hearing people talk about prices going up when I'm here wondering when. Was anything ever not expensive? I thought about that too, Lori. I was like, isn't everything so expensive? Oh. I need to figure out how to scroll on this. The son was like, just use 2 fingers. There you go. There you go. Let's see. Sandy said the only surgery I've had is tonsils removed at 5 years old. How did that go for you, Sandy? Because Nixon's appointment is still on the books, and he hasn't gotten better by taking out all his carbohydrates. And it's really hard for me to take exactly all of them out because he goes to school and he gets like snacks during the day. They're offered free breakfast and free lunch, even though like I give them bacon and eggs in the morning, and that will fill you up. But as a kid, if you see that you get like a sugary cereal, or you get like they think goldfish is healthy and it's not, and they eat that, they'll eat it, and they'll even when they offer the free lunch, he'll probably eat like the fruits and stuff out of it. I don't know if he eats everything. I didn't really talk to him about how he goes, but I do know him, and I know he's a sugar monster. And he would be the only kid, like when we did have cereal in the house when he woke up when he was little, or just before I took it all away, he would be the one that wanted to eat all the cereal, wanted the sweets. He's a little sugar monster. Thin as a stick, you know, like it's kind of, he has sleep apnea, and I've changed his diet at home, but you know, I can't fix the world. You just have to fix what you have in your house. And he still cannot get a good night's rest. And I don't know, like I feel like it's a big surgery, and I wonder if I had more time with him maybe during the summer, but I don't know, man. I don't know. My mom said she had her tonsils removed at 18 because she had the same thing, really big adenoids and tonsils. And I don't know if she had sleep apnea. I don't know why they removed hers. I have to ask her, which I know I will. Let's see. And then Jackie goes, oh my God, that was horrible. I had 2 C-sections and one opened. Oh my God. Girl, I had a cold And I had to hold a pillow super tight against my stomach every time I had to cough. And it was a bad cold, and it was still like, oh. And no chair in my house was tall enough to sit down, if you get my drift. Like, that is like, it's the worst. And I'm glad it was my last kid, because I'd probably be like, only had one kid if I had a C-section. I would not go again. Everybody who has more than one is super brave. Super brave. They might have had a better time, but I had a cold on top of it. Oh my gosh. Never had really major surgery like that before, and it's abdominal surgery. Ugh, jeez. You know? Say they didn't cut into the muscle this time, but I suppose they may have taken the fat off the muscle. And then she goes, that's great, Bill. That is great, Bill. Josephine says it's $9 for a block of butter here. I love butter now on its own. Yeah. Yeah, it takes a minute to like butter, doesn't it? Like, should I put this butter in my mouth? And it's a weird mouth feel for sure. But when you add like little flakes of salt on it and stuff, it's good. You gotta kind of change it around, I guess. Okay. And Jackie said, yeah, Lori, I can say the only reason we crossed the bridge to shop was to get Coors growing up. Because you couldn't find it in Michigan. My husband was talking about that. That was the only beer he used to drink as a kid. It was the Silver Bullet. I'm like, those were the days. He doesn't drink at all. And that's cool. I don't drink either. Mitch was kind of a coach for me in the beginning of my journey, says Bill. Yeah, he is. He's a great hangout too. Like, just to go there and hang out for morning coffees. I love it. And then Jackie says, hi, Thomas, raise your hair. Oh no, I lost it. Oh, Tanya's here. Good morning, Tanya. Thank you for stopping by. Aw. What does that even mean? Did I miss a comment? I probably missed a ton of comments. Isn't it so quiet? I have two of the middle school boys home. They're going to graduate the 8th grade next week. I need to write these down. I don't know what days or what for these graduations. And I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, I missed it. It'll be horrible. Learning how to scroll on the Chromebook. I'm so special, guys. But in a good way. Yeah, hi Thomas. Raise your hair, you funny guy. Good morning, Boobie Goaters. Alright, bye, Bill. Get all the deals, man. Everybody saying hi to Tanya. Nothing has tasted good lately. I'm cooking a porterhouse today. Steak never disappoints. Yeah. I'm so glad we bought a bunch of ground beef, honestly. I missed ground beef. I keep getting these steak deals. Like, I will pay $2 for a steak versus, like, what is it? It's crazy amount here. It's like $30 for, like, a 5-pound chub of beef. And I'm just like... I was looking in the back, you know, in the way back of the GFS where they have the boxes. And I was like, how many tubes of ground beef do you get in that? And how much is that? It's about like $200 or something. And I was like, maybe that's a way better deal. And it'll work. The kids might get kind of sick of ground beef. But if you are sick of ground beef, you're just not hungry. And you'll eat when you're hungry, right? That's how it goes. But I like those hamburgers. Now that ground bacon, which I wonder if it's a southern thing. I wonder if it's a southern thing because I haven't seen it anywhere else except for these like side stores, and it tastes like ham salad. It doesn't taste like what you would think ground bacon would taste like. You'd think, oh, maybe it would taste like bacon. No, it tastes like ham, salad ham. And I'm just like, it's kind of weird in these burgers. And we made a ton mixed with that. And that was my idea. So now I know. It's good to learn. The more you know. There you go. No mom sense and common sense. There you go. Thomas says hi to Jackie, and Lori says, I'm dry brining a steak today. I learned about that last night from Russ. I missed it. Guess what I was doing? Editing a video. I'm like, I really need to figure out my time management skills. They're awful. But I had to cut down like I think it was like an hour and 30 minutes. And I'm like shooting off these like 45-minute shows. Nobody has time to watch it 45 minutes. But I think the best stuff is usually at the end, and when Emmett is face planting into a bunch of muddy water like a little piggy. Thank you, Bill, for subscribing then. Thank you all. Because correct, China, that's why I'm subscribed. Ah. Yes, you can hear the baby chicks. One of them was super upset yesterday, and I was like, what's wrong with them? They all have water and food. Why are they crying? Somebody hold a baby. It's crying. And then I think they can feel the weather change or pressure or something. I've always noticed this with baby chickens. Right before a huge rainstorm, they will chirp like crazy. And we had a thunderstorm. Not even like 15 minutes after that, little baby chicken wouldn't stop crying. And I was just like, oh yeah, I remember that. They predict the weather. Oh, Thomas is are you having a live today at 5 featuring Lewis? That I would like to see. I love hearing Lewis's story. He's so good at telling his story. I'm being interviewed with Cindy Demanche. How do you say Demanche? I think it's Demanche. Love Cindy. And she's always interviewing people, keto carnivore thing. So I'm doing that Friday, 5:30 Central. And I have it connected to my channel. But go ahead and, if you want, head over to hers and support her up. Let's see. Oh, good morning. Kind of waking up. Yawning is great. Professional procrastinator, Tanya. Yeah. Me too. Ditto. But I'm good at like the last 10 minutes, like of anything that needs to be done. I can get it done. My brain is all like, do you really want to do that today? And I'm like, not really. I'd rather do this. I do what I'd rather want to do instead of what needs to be done, but what needs to be done does get done. It's just a little later in the day when I do that. It used to be I'd get a lot of my chores done in the morning, but instead I pop on here and hang out with you guys. Because why not? I'll get them done. Laundry is like, you could start a load and then you can do other things and then you can come back and do even more laundry and come back. What I need to do is set a timer on my phone so when the dryer's done, I can run back up here, make a huge pile on my dining room table to get ready to fold, and then start another load, go back outside. That's my deal. I'd rather be outside than inside, even if it's raining. Poor Emmett ruined all the things that we planted with Nixon the other day. He was stomping on them. I'm like, Emmett, those are your watermelons that you wanted me to plant, dude. You just ruined them all. And he was like, eh. He had that kind of attitude all yesterday. I know what it was. He never had a nap. He was just crazy. It's good to nap. The more you know, Rainbow. Alright. Oh, Thomas is going to sleep right after this. Oh, you're not going to miss anything. Go take your nap. Sleep is very important. Don't not sleep. Although lately, I've been watching a lot of classic movies on Tubi, and they just like play one after another after another. If you like one, it suggests one that's closer to the movie you just watched. And I will be up maybe past midnight watching movies because I don't want to miss them. They're good. There's a lot of, I mean, you know, the movies coming out now aren't that great. So I like to go into the past and watch those instead. Ah. What does that mean? So I ran out of short-acting insulin and it hasn't gone any higher than 160. Like your blood sugar hasn't gone any higher. That's good, right? I feel like those are bad numbers anyway. I think they told me cuz I wanted to kind of hack diabetes basically. And I was like, "So, what are the numbers that you need?" And they would be like, excuse me, guys. The number that we were looking for is like 120 or lower is what the nurse told me. And I was like, so I got to be like 120. And she's like, 120 is good. That's great. And I'm like, right on. That's what I'm going to shoot for. So I would like eat meals and try to figure out, I would eat meals, then I would exercise. And then I would test my blood 2 hours later and see what level it was at. And when I hit 120, I was like, well, that's the meal I got to eat. And it would always be meat and not high starchy vegetables. I noticed like when I ate potatoes and stuff, my blood sugar, like it would go 160. So I was just like, nope, got to cut those out. That's how I kind of tweaked the diabetes diet that I did because I heard of keto, but I didn't know about it. And it seemed complicated. Things seemed complicated. Like keto chow seemed complicated, but apparently you just take the flask top and you just pour it into the flask and you dump it into your water. And I was like, why did this seem complicated? Everything used to be complicated. Now it's just like, so it's a problem. Let's go through it. You watched all the monster movies, Jackie? They had, one month they had like all the Godzillas. And Nixon loved it. He was like, let's watch Godzilla. And I'm like, okay, I love Godzilla. One of my favorites is Kong versus Godzilla. The one where Kong drinks all the funny grape juice and he passes out on the beach. Such a funny one. And let's see. Thomas said he's got an interview with Cindy on the 30th. And Josephine's asking Thomas how many hours are in your life. And if you do not know, and you came in a little late, the thumbnail to this live was made by Josephine. Isn't she talented? It's a hand of applaud. It's really beautiful. Thanks again for sending it. And I was like, I'm going to use it. I didn't ask. I was just like, I'm going to use it. It's really good. And Lori goes, you'd be proud of me, Tanya. I'm half done cleaning the patio. That's awesome. There you go. There's your wins. Boom. Got some wins going on. Tommy said his lives are, oh, it's in 8 hours. Okay. I thought you meant like they're going to be 8 hours long. They might be if you put a link in the chat and people pop on. Oh, Sandy said I saw the video of the Bentmower blade. The blade is in it, and I'm wondering if I just take a hammer and hit it the other way, it'll just come out, and then I could rebend it without actually taking it off. I hate it when I have to like work on lawnmowers. Like, not the engine part, but the actual blade part itself. Oh my gosh. Where you at? I went a little too fast. Okay. Jackie says she just got done watching Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Guys and Dolls. Man, Guys and Dolls. Man, I love that movie. Marlon Brando singing. Oh, and they just used it. They ran with it. And Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I make Nikki and Emmett watch it. I never liked it as a kid because I didn't like the snatching kid guy. He scared me. Never liked him. And I was like, it's a story and a story. And as a kid, it seemed like a really long story. And my mom was like, no, you'll like it. You'll like it. Just watch it. Just watch it. And then Tanya asked Thomas, do you see yourself getting off the insulin? But then Sandy's like, I watch Tubi. I love Tubi. I don't know why I'm paying I got into Disney again and Hulu because I got that $2 a month deal that's like for 6 months. I was like, I'll do it because everybody loves Bluey and we'll watch that when we're on it. But I don't actually myself watch Disney and I don't watch Hulu, and there was another one, it's called Crunchyroll, and it's like for anime, and I'll watch it every once in a while because I like the anime One Piece, and we'll watch it when newer episodes drop that have been dubbed. I can watch them all subbed, but we like the dubbed for the little kids, because anytime we watch it with subtitles on it, Nixon always goes, why are you watching it in Spanish again? And I'm like, it's Japanese. But Tubi is like, I love Tubi. And you'll notice this with all those streaming service apps. They share every month different movies. So when you get Tubi, you may get Twilight next month, you know? Twilight usually pops up for free. I think the only other one is my oldest daughter got Peacock, and she got that so we could watch The Little House on the Prairie because they have them all. She gets a discount for being in college and school, so she only pays like $2 a month too. It's nice. Let's see. And we already went over the monster movies. Yes. And all the old classic movies on YouTube. That's what I used to do on YouTube. I never actually, got on or do anything like that. But there's a way. A lot of people have done this where they've uploaded a ton of movies, but you have to kind of shorten it or type in actresses' names and older actresses' names. And their movies will pop up. And other people get away with just having a ton of old movies, and they have a huge playlist of them, and they're fun. You get into the ones from the 30s and the early 40s all the way down to the 20s. Sometimes they have Buster Keaton and stuff, but it's always nice to watch them. And Thomas says, normally my sugars would have been all over to 300. Wow. That's crazy high. 300 is scary. I had a friend, Tony, skinny dude. But his blood sugar, he said he didn't know he had diabetes until he would wake up at night and have to go every 5 seconds, 5 minutes, not 5 seconds, but every 5 minutes. And he was like, I'm going to go to the emergency room. Something's wrong. They tested his sugar. It was 350. And they were like, dude, do you know you have type 2 diabetes? And he was like, no. And he got me onto putting salt and pepper on my salads, and he ate a lot of chicken wings that were just plain. And this is all before carnivore. Yeah, they've got Dracula on, right, but they also have Frankenstein, Wolfman, Invisible Man on YouTube right now. I know they have Dracula. Yes, great job, Josephine. Happy Mothra's Day. Yeah. I love the Mothra movies too. They're my favorite. Mothra. Josephine said, thank you. I love painting for others. It's good. Painting is great. But if you've seen my ET, where my kids were like, that is not ET, I don't paint. I don't draw very well. I have a lot of very gifted children and brothers and sisters that are really good at drawing. Me, not so much. Oh, yay! Terry Sue's here. Good morning. Goat loafers. Loaders? Goat loaders? Goat floaters? Okay. Thomas goes, I love Chitty Chitty Bang Bang in the flying car. And not only flew, but it was also a boat. Everybody saying hi to Terry. Oh, cool. You're going to start a YouTuber's wall of art. You know, I better drink some of this coffee because I got it before it goes cold. This cup doesn't keep things very hot. It's glass. The Terry C said, I looked for the movie you mentioned yesterday, but you couldn't. It was called Cactus Flower. It was really funny. Super enjoyed it. I told my oldest Veda, I was like, you'd really like this, because she loves the late 60s, early 70s stuff, but that's 60s. I'm pretty sure it is, because it looked like Goldie Hawn right when she was on Laugh-In. We did like this huge thing where we watched maybe like 6 hours of Laugh-In. I don't know where it was on, but my husband found it, probably through the Roku, and we were just watching Laugh-In. And my son was like, what are we watching? Is this appropriate? And I'm like, it's just a joke, dude. Chill. That's what it was in the olden days. Jokes. Remember those? Thomas said that'd be cool, Josephine. Yeah, YouTube does have a lot of great movies. Next one, the Target Prime Rib. That's awesome. Yes, I love the Twilight border. But I got it. I think I made it all the way down there. I might have skipped some stuff, but we're good. I'm gonna chug this real quick. Not that I need any more watered down coffee, but it's getting kind of cold. I don't like cold coffee. Room temperature's okay. I burnt my tongue this morning on just the bacon grease one. I was like, ah, I do not like that feeling. My tongue is burnt. All right, so far the poll, you click on it, is 36% of you have tried or put bacon grease in your coffee. But 64% of you say no. Now, I'm not asking if you liked it. I'm asking if you tried it. I did today. I was like, should I take the big jar and bring it over here and just like dollop it as I pour coffee and mix? No, I'm good. Just one cup with it in it is satisfactory. And hopefully, well, I'm not going to end the poll yet, but it does have 11 votes. So if you haven't, go ahead and vote. Let's have some fun. Got a poll going. Now I put these up there for no reason, but I will answer this in about 3 minutes if I still use my cast iron pizza pan, which is above my head. Where is it? It's over here. It's kind of rusty, so you make the answer. You answer that, you know? Or you could answer my question. That's what I meant. I go like, everything. It's a morning, guys. A morning live. It's actually been a very chatty live. Cool. I like that. That's awesome. Thomas said, I'm going to fix up this room, so definitely print up any picture you make to display it proudly. I don't know if I can print the goat picture. I might have to put more ink in my cartridge. Get some of that, the matte printer paper and print it out so it has that nice feel like it was painted. The polls are fun, right? So you can interact. Sandy said, I voted don't like bacon grease in coffee. But if you tried it, you should have voted yes, because you have tried. I don't know. Maybe the question is a little too open. Do you put bacon grease in your coffee? Could go both ways. Sometimes it's good. Other times, not so great. Oh, that's a good idea. Ooh, sorry. Maybe I should get, because Google does this now. I'll find one of those Canvas places, send the picture to them, and have them print it out. And then I could put it in my little office nook so it could be behind me. That's a great idea, actually. Thanks, Thomas. No, that's simple. I think of the more complicated ways to do things. It's true, because my husband always tells me, work smarter, not harder. And I was like, well, doesn't it need to feel like work and you got to do it harder? Thomas says he puts bacon grease in his coffee, but I don't do it all the time. Like, I'll forget. Sometimes I'll drink coffee and be like, this is pretty watered down. I wonder if I could beef it up a little bit. No, I gotta pork it up with some bacon grease. Woo! Josephine's over here with the ideas buzzing. Awesome! All right, we got it. We got her. She said, okay, yes, I tried it. It's good to try. It's a little different, I will say. But sometimes, you know, changing your flavor profiles, maybe it's okay. It was a little weird, though, because I put the bacon grease in, and then I added just a little bit of heavy whipping cream because it was too hot, and I already burnt my tongue, and I couldn't, like, chug the coffee. And it had, like, this nice, like, little bit, 1/4 inch of a layer of fat, and I'm like, in the olden days, that would make me gag, but this looks good. Let's go for it. And it really woke up my brain, so I'm like, ooh, I'm awake now. Usually I'm kind of dragging in the morning. That is such a great idea about, like, upping that fat right in the morning. Crazy good. And Josephine says, I'm a no. I don't like even cooking my eggs in bacon grease. Yeah, I could see that. I like to, if I'm going to make them like sunny side up, I use bacon grease. But if I'm going to scramble them, I will take the cast iron and I will melt like a stick of butter in them. And then I'd like scramble up the eggs in the pan, not like in a bowl beforehand. Because I like to cook the whites a little bit and then I'll break everything up and mix it around. And it's really good with butter. Ooh, truly. But I'm full. I feel so full right now from having all that fat. I feel good. I'm going to have to make that my routine. Bacon grease and a little bit of heavy whipping cream in the morning because that, I'm up. I think I'm wired. Like that beef fat. Awesome. So I was about to cook like, well, it was a chuck steak and it had like a bunch of fat on the end. And I was just like, everybody like eats a little bit of this raw. Why don't I just cut a little bit of it off and try it? And in walks my daughter she said to me a month ago, she was like, I just imagined when you told me you're going carnivore that you were just going to like eat raw steak like this, sitting on a couch. And I'm like, no, I have to cook it. And she walks in and I'm popping like the fat in my mouth that's not cooked. And she's like, I knew it. You're going to start eating raw stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm not. I just wanted to try it. Everybody tries it. You got to try it once, right? I think it was okay because it was like the organic, sustainable sourced meat, but I'm not, you know, it's not from my farmer that I like to go to. So I didn't die. Obviously, I'm here. I didn't get sick afterwards. It wasn't weird. It actually tasted good. I liked it. But man, I don't think I'd go as raw as the Kilty guy. He's on that raw meat. It seems like when I'm up in the morning and I remember to turn that on to watch a little bit, try to win something, because that's why we're there, not to learn, just to win. I want a t-shirt. They should always offer t-shirts. Uh-oh. Little bit's up. Good morning, sweetie. What? Okay. Okay. All right, well, Rocky closed my stream. I have to go take care of her now. But thank you all for coming today. I had fun. Thank you for all being so chatty. That makes it even more fun. And the time kind of just blew by. Okay, Rocky. Do you want to go put this on the table? Okay, I'll carry you. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. And I will be back tomorrow morning, 7:30, usually. I know. It seems sporadic, but I'll put up maybe make a thumbnail or something for it. And I'm glad this worked today. Because sometimes it's a lot more fun reading them on the screen than it is reading them on your phone. So have a great day, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you all. And yeah, they're saying hi to you, Rocky. You want to say hi? Come here. No, she said, I thought she said, She's like, The little goater needs her boobies. So goodbye, everybody. Ah! I don't know what I did. It won't end. You know what? Somebody asked today if it's okay to nurse while being on the carnivore diet, and it is. It's super good that you do. Just eat more meat and eat more fat because you want to be able to be a producer. Oh, there's a little bit. You want to say goodbye? Say goodbye, everybody. Oh, look at that hair. All right, guys. Bye. There we are. And